big things, big moments, big reports that Josh was just talking about, and that is FedEx. We're going to hear from FedEx tomorrow. They're going to give us some insight into the consumer this holiday season. Now, we know the company has prioritized cost-cutting efforts this year as it looks to gain market share from its rivals. The stock now trading at the highest level that we've seen in just about a year. You can see it pushing further to the upside here this morning, just around $2.83 a share. But Brad, when it comes to, I know you're closely out following these earnings, what we could hear from FedEx tomorrow, but their margins are expected to be a bit stronger. We know that Yellow's bankruptcy happening earlier this year could provide a little bit of boost here in the medium term. But again, this is really going to be a great reading on the consumer and what exactly those volume levels look like. Yeah,
they mentioned Yellow and that bankruptcy in the previous quarter, talking about the labor negotiations, how that played out to the primary competitor, and ultimately the broader market and industry. And so that's where they kind of encapsulated some of the Yellow conversation. But really, the core priorities, 3 priorities that they continue to talk about: protecting customers, delivering outstanding service, focusing on high quality revenue. The service delivery is going to be tough. We were talking about weather outside and how that could potentially come up on the earnings call. That is one area that we're going to be listening for. And this is their peak season. This is an extremely important season for FedEx. They cannot stress this enough. We cannot stress this enough in talking about this. And so any insight that they give about how customers are continuing to take on more product in this season, and then layer on the fact that this peak season is also coming with higher costs as well. That is something that's baked into this peak season that they talked about in the most recent quarter. And so we'll get more of an update tomorrow from FedEx on how they're seeing the consumer, as well as some of those B2B customers that they work with as well that are taking on costs.